Right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform, where they giving a back-to-back updates on how things they be, on how things they share for Biafra land and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Also remember to like and share this news too. Okay, my wonderful people, the latest one with the boss brains at the moment, they say yes, Biafra army has bombed a Nigerian police commissioner at Anambra State multiple times. Yes, my people, you don't boast to that area. My people, we know that this set of people are people that actually should be collecting woto at any point in time. And specifically, this particular Nigerian police commissioner has been one person that has been letting things slide against the Biafrans in Anambra State, and that is why his place, or he himself particularly, has been targeted. The most important thing at this particular point is that he has gotten to understand that these particular things were sent to him because of the things he refused or the things he ignored that were happening when he was in place and when he was in charge. And that is why he don't actually boss for him, because he is now a target, a full-time target at this point. Let us also remember that the Biafra Liberation Army has also a clash took place also in Anambra State between the Biafra Liberation Army and the Nigerian terrorists, the Nigerian army. This also ensued when the 12,000 Fulani headsmen were still clashing with the Biafra army, or the ESN rather, my people, because it is the ESN. My people, all these things have been happening within the past few hours, within the past hours that have been taking place, and it has been back to back woto on every ground, because that is what we are on. I believe this is the season of woto on every single person, and that is the reason why things will keep heating up. That is why people will keep understanding that the Biafra movement is not a joke, and that every single thing we've been doing is for a reason, and that we are not going to give up at any point in time, no matter what these people put against us. Because we've seen that they sent a whole lot of assassins, they sent the policemen, they sent their Nigerian army, the Nigerian soldiers, they sent their politicians, they've sent even locals, people that are not even supposed to be involved in this kind of thing, to make sure that things do not work out for us. But then it is not going to hold water, because we are not people that can be moved anyhow. We are not people that can be trifled with at any point in time, and that is why they are going to suffer for every single thing they are doing, no matter what, or no matter what they claim that they are doing, and no matter what it is they say their point is. One thing is clear and one thing is fair: we are not going to let any of these things come down on us, or any of these things actually beat down on anything we've ever put our hands into, because that is our aim. Our aim is only to be successful. Our aim is only to make sure that the Biafra referendum comes up, the Biafra declaration also works out, because it is the core reason why we are here. We also want our Ohamadike Ndibu to be released, because he is our leader and he has done nothing wrong. The fact that they extradited him to Nigeria under no circumstance from Kenya after the saboteurs actually betrayed him. If I'm being very sincere, every single one of them from the beginning to end is supposed to go down. Yes, every single one of them is supposed to go down for that thing they did. And even at this point, we are getting a whole lot of information coming up concerning the whole situation of things at the moment. But then we are going to stand firm. We are not going to stop at any point in time. The hits upon the area, the hits upon every single thing is going to make everybody come to the conclusion that 20 work indeed, 20 work, and that these Biafran soldiers, these Biafran forces, these factions, besides the IPOB DOS people that have been turned upside down, that we are serious and we are ready to get our referendum no matter what. And even as it is now, I am sure that Tinubu is in shock that we've even gotten to the extent that we are at the moment, because of course he expected us to have given up a long time ago. But giving up is not an option. Giving up is not even a plan we have thought about in a long time. We've always wanted to make sure that things actually work out like they should, and they will, no matter what. We are not a set of people that can be trifled with. We are not a set of Biafrans that can be moved by or swayed by words. We can only be moved by the things that would actually make positive effect. Be ready, because you do not know what would be happening soon. Okay, on that note, Obasanjo himself just came out and made some kind of comments, my people. Yes, he just came out and made some kind of comments concerning the civil war. My people, it doesn't really concern us. This particular ex-president, we know during his time, of course, when he ruled in the military time and came back again and ruled again the second time, he had enough time to do whatever I don't know whatever he's saying. But then, of course, the most important thing for us to have in our minds on is that we ourselves as Biafrans must do the needful. Okay, my people, he's talking about the Biafra war. Let us see what he has said. He says here, Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria, recently spoke at the conference on youth leadership titled Opportunities for Peace, Roles of the Youths in Conflict Prevention in Africa. He called on youths to be advocates of conversation over violence, highlighting the critical role that youths play in promoting peace. My people, I made this thing recently. I say we cannot go down if you've not done the needful. Peace is not even an option right now. If people have decided not to give us what we want, if you've decided not to give us a Nnamdi Kanu, have decided not to give us our Biafra freedom, our Biafra referendum, peace is not an option. And so whatever you say now in a conference might be true and will be moved by gullible people that do not know what the true movement for the Biafra army or the true movement for the Biafra is. They are the ones that might look into it. But the true people know the reason why we've been fighting this hard and we've been fighting for this long. And that is those are the people that will not give up, or that will not be moved by these gullible speeches that he's making at this particular point. He said, according to Obasanjo's article, he said that the country has shown resiliency during the civil war by returning to the round table for settlement in spite of severe conflict. He exhorted the youths of today to adopt this mindset and convince those who lean violently to think twice. Additionally, he emphasizes the significance of fostering a culture of peace and empathy in the next generation. In Obasanjo's words, during the Civil War, we killed ourselves mercilessly and destroyed our best facilities, but we still came back to the round table to get the challenge resolved. Youth must develop the culture of peace, the culture of humanness, the culture of living the way God wants us to live. Okay, so now this is what he is advising them to do. But then to do what is needed, we Biafrans have always been people of peace. We have always wanted peace in our lives. Every single thing about us has always been about peace. We are not people of war. We do not want war. We have never ever wanted war. But then it is the situation people put us into that make us want to lean to war. Yeah, of course, that is the situation. We are not people of war. I don't know if he's trying to say that the war and everything that is happening now is how. No. The youths of nowadays, the Biafrans of nowadays, are leaning into war because that is what they have pushed us into. Because that is the situation they have pushed us into. We did not just wake up one day and decide to wake up and push ourselves into war. The reason why the Nigerian army and the Biafra Liberation Army, the B.L.A, are clashing 24/7 is because of the fact that they have refused to do the needful. They have refused to release our leader, Ohamadike, Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, that is why we are leaning into war. They have refused also to give us what we've been asking for the longest of times after the civil war. I believe you me, if they have given us what they want instead of leaning into the civil war, my people, I do not think we would have been here by now. I believe everywhere we would have been on their own. They would have been on their own. And we would be where we are because, of course, there is no need for any war and we would be happy with our state. And by now, I believe you me, the kind of progress we would have made would not be one to even be trifled with. But of course, na so it dey be, na so it dey hot. Once you come for these conferences, they will just make it look like everything that is happening now is our fault, because violence is not the answer. Aneku, aneku, aneku. None of this is going to make the real Biafrans turn away from what is needful. The people that cannot be turned, cannot be swayed by these gullible talks, they know the real fight, and they are not going to give us. And so on that particular note, nothing of such can make us give up on our fight or stop doing whatever it is we've been doing ever since. And so because of that, we'll keep on fighting and doing the needful no matter what. So yes, my people, this is where we've come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.